Every year, a new FPS game comes out claiming it's going to be the one to finally take down Call of Duty. And every single year, it fails. Battlefield tried, Halo tried, even XDefiant tried, but Call of Duty keeps winning, and it's not luck. Today, I'm breaking down exactly why no shooter has ever been able to beat Call of Duty, and honestly, it probably never will. Let's start with the most obvious reason. No other shooter has the brand power that Call of Duty has. We're talking about a game that's dominated for literal decades. The name Call of Duty is up there with Mario and Apple and all the top dogs. Even your grandma knows what it is. And it's not just the main title. Even the sub-series like Modern Warfare and Black Ops are household names around the world. Those names alone are powerful enough to destroy most of the competition before the games even launch. But brand recognition alone doesn't keep people playing year after year. It's the gameplay that does that. And this is where every single other FPS falls short. Call of Duty is the most polished shooter by a mile. The gunplay, the movement, it's all so tight and refined that the other games like XDefiant, they feel clunky and sloppy in comparison. You notice it the most when you're playing on controller, and honestly, that's where every supposed COD killer drops the ball. They forget that the majority of COD players are on controller, so even if your game feels great on mouse and keyboard, it really doesn't matter because that's not what COD players are looking for. If you're making a Call of Duty killer, your controller gameplay better feel killer itself. Of course, not all FPS games feel bad on controller, some of them do feel great. But the one thing that Call of Duty has that no other FPS can match is its insane level of consistency and content. Love or hate Activision, the system that they built is genius. 3 development teams, each working on their own game for 3 years. So that way a brand new Call of Duty game drops every single year. That means just when you're done with the last one, the next one is already right around the corner with some sick trailer and it pulls you right back in the cycle. And this isn't like those annual sport games that barely change and each only have 1 year of development time. No, each COD game has been cooking for 3 years in the background, packed with fresh content and highly polished gameplay. Now sure, this system isn't perfect. They've messed up a few times. We've had back-to-back Black Ops games and back-to-back Modern Warfare games, which is not how it's supposed to work. But when it's working the way that it's meant to, fans get one amazing game right after another, and most of the time it is working right. And honestly, for some reason, no other studio has been brave enough to copy that formula. Which is crazy because it's one of the biggest reasons, if not the biggest reason, that Call of Duty stays untouchable year after year. One of the biggest things that keeps Call of Duty relevant year round is the haters, believe it or not. It's become so popular to hate on COD that even people who don't even play the game are still talking about it non-stop because it always gets views and it's always relevant. So honestly, big shout out to the haters for keeping Call of Duty trending at all times. Every year, somebody compares the next shooter to COD, calling it the COD killer. And at this point, that title is like a death sentence for your own game. You're better off just floating down your own little path, not comparing your little FPS to Call of Duty. At the end of the day, going against COD is like joining a marathon that started 20 years ago, and you're just now lacing up your running shoes. Call of Duty is thousands of miles ahead, and the only way any game will ever truly replace it and take it down is by staying consistent and understanding what makes COD so successful in the first place. You've got to nail the controller gameplay, the fast-paced action, and that dopamine rush from calling in a kill streak or turning on somebody at the last second. And most importantly, you can't do it overnight. Some company out there is going to have to go head to head year after year, pushing themselves to the absolute limit in both quality and consistency just to come close. And even then, they'd still be chasing a true masterpiece that is Call of Duty. If you guys love Call of Duty and you're tired of seeing nothing but hate, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and as always, peace.